Now we're moving on to using standard algorithm for multiplication in base 10. And the problem that we're going to be working with is 387 times 64. So I'm going to go ahead and write this in a standard algorithm way with the numbers on top of each other aligned by their place value. And I'm not really using any color coding at first, but I will show some color coding as I go forward. So with standard algorithm, we know that we work from right to left. So we're going to start on the bottom row in that 64, and we're only going to be working with the ones value for 64. So I'm highlighting that 4 to remember that that's the number that we're going to be multiplying. So we're going to start by multiplying 4 times 7 to get 28, and I'll put the 8 down underneath and the 2 above the tens values. And again, I'm highlighting that 2 above just to represent the numbers that we're working with so I don't lose track later on. And then we're going to do 4 times 8 to find 32, but we're going to add that 2 to make it 34. So I'm putting the 4 down below under the tens values and carrying the 3 above the hundreds value. And again, just highlighting so I don't lose my place. And then finally, we're doing 4 times 3 equals 12. 12, but adding that 3 above to find 15. We're putting that below the hundreds value. The next step we're going to do is add a 0 underneath our ones column to make sure that we keep our place value. The reason that we do this is because for the first set of our product here, the 1548, we were working with ones, but in this situation we're really working with tens because we're working with that 60 in 64. So that's why we put the 0 underneath the ones because we're working more with multiplying the tens instead of the ones this time. So moving on, we're going to do 6 times 7, and I'm highlighting these steps in pink so I don't lose my place. We know that 6 times 7 is 42, so I'm putting the 2 underneath the tens value and carrying the 4 up above the tens value. And once again, I'm highlighting that 4 up above of what we carried in pink just so I don't lose my place of what I'm adding when I'm multiplying. So then moving on, we're going to do 6 times 8 equals 48 plus 4 equals 52. So I'm putting that 2 underneath our hundreds value and carrying the 5 to be above the hundreds value. And again, I'm just going to highlight in pink once again so I remember what I'm adding to my product. And then finally, we're doing 6 times 3 equals 18 plus 5 equals 23. So I'm putting that where our thousands value would be. Then the last step of standard algorithm in solving multiplication is adding our products. So I'm just going through and using standard algorithm for addition to find our final answer to be 24,768.